Hello and welcome to day 35 of the 1000 days of no code challenge. In the previous video, we saw how do we group the elements in column container. Similarly, in today's video, we will see how do we group the elements in row layout. The row layout is very similar to column, just that instead of stacking the elements one below the other, we will stack them one besides the other. Think of it as column and rows in any spreadsheet. So without any further delay, let's get started. So now let's look how do we group the elements into row, right? So same group which was previously made as column, I'm going to now change it to row. You can see the elements are coming one besides the other, right? Now there is so much space added in between here because we have made this group with minimum height of 500. Now let me make it as 200 and you can see they are coming closer. Okay. When we did apply gap spacing between elements for column, we just had row gap. Now when we make it as row, we have column gap as well. And let me add 20 over here as well. As we can see, we have added 20 pixels gap in between these elements column wise. Okay. 4th, 5th and 6th element has come to the bottom because there is no space available over here. We have made this particular element as 850.5 pixels. If I make this as 900, maybe one more element will fit in. Not really. Let's make it as 930. You can see the 4th element has also fit in. We will be covering about the min width, min height, max height, and so on and so forth in the next couple of sessions. Now let's try to understand the row container layout, right? Like we had column container layout, here we have made it as a row. Now container alignment is not top, center, bottom. Now we have left, center and right. Okay, let me just increase the width to 980, right, so that we have some more space. When it is left aligned, the first element starts from left and then keeps on moving towards right until there is space available, and then it goes to the next row, right? When we make it a center aligned, all the elements are center aligned. This is more like your text alignment in Google Docs or Word doc or any text-based platforms, right? When I make it as right aligned, the elements will be sticking towards the right, okay, and there might be space on the left side. Similarly, we have space around and space between. The concept is same. When I make it as space around, you can see there is space at the beginning, there is space in between, and there is also space at the end. When I make it as space between, there is no space at the end, but there is space in between. This element as visible on page load and collapse when hidden is the same as we saw last time. Now let me just reduce the width from 980 to let's say 650 and go to the parent element, that is styles, and change this also from column to row. What happens is we had 3 elements added here, group column, now which needs to be changed to group row, group B and button G. We have 3 elements on the page styles. Group column is 1, okay, which now can be made as group row, and then we have group B and button G. All these 3 are stacked one besides the other because the parent element has been made as row. So in short, the page styles is in row layout, group row is in row layout, right, and group B is in column layout. Okay, we can add the spacing here, let's say 10, so there is spacing added over here, and then we have button which is at the end. I hope the concept of grouping with column and grouping with row is clear. We will be covering grouping with align to parent in the next session. And with that, we have covered how do we group the elements in column and rows. Now, in tomorrow's video, we will cover something special. It is called align to parent. As the name suggests, it is aligning the elements based on the parent's layout. As always, experiment the row layout and make the changes in all the parameters that we have covered to see how it will impact on the design. See you in the next one.